यस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकचक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय पुत्रे श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी विचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Yeah, yesterday we were discussing about this verse. यावदर्थे यावनर्थ उदपाने सर्वतः संप्लुतोदके तावन् सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्रह्मण्यस्य विजानतः. So all the purposes will be served by this. Yesterday we were discussing about the verse, how one flowing water can satisfy all the purposes. So two different variants of explanation we are seeing from Krishna Baldev Vidyabhushan. Today our verse is Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma pada heturbhur ma te sangostva karmani. A very famous verse where most of the people knows only one line of the whole verse. You have right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled for the fruits of the action. Never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities, and never be attached to not doing your duty. Yesterday we were, I sent yesterday I sent one video of Gaurang Prabhu. How many of you seen it?
Book distribution.
Right? I am not the doer. Krishna is the doer. He was telling. Without moving my hands, I distributed one Prabhupada book. He was telling about. So don't be entitled for the fruits of your action, and don't be even attached to not doing the work also. This is being spoken here. So we'll read that translation purport. You have the qualification for prescribed work, but not the results of the work. Do not be the cause of the results of work. Do not be attached to non-performance of work also, or doing sinful work also. That's what Krishna was saying. Do not be attached to sinful work, because karmanyevadhikaraste. You have the qualification for very important karmanyevadhikaraste. So Krishna in the translation he put prescribed work. You have qualification to do. You can't do anything and everything what you want. You have qualification to do the prescribed. It's time to read it. Purport.
There are three considerations here: prescribed duties, capricious work, and inaction. Prescribed duties are activities enjoyed in terms of one's acquired mode of material nature. Capricious work means actions without the sanction of authority, and inaction means not performing one's prescribed duties. The Lord advised that Arjuna not be inactive, but that he perform his prescribed duty without being attached to the result. One who is attached to the result of his work is also the cause of the action. Thus, he is the enjoyer or sufferer of the result of such actions. As far as prescribed duties are concerned, they can be fitted into the three subdivisions, namely routine work, emergency work, and desired activities. Routine work performed as an obligation in terms of the spiritual injunctions, without desire for result, is action in the mode of goodness. Work with results becomes the cause of bondage. Therefore, such work is not auspicious. Everyone has his proprietary right in regard to prescribed duties, but should act without attachment to the result. Such disinterested obligatory duties doubtlessly leads one to the path of liberation. Arjuna was therefore advised by the Lord to fight as a matter of duty without attachment to the result. His non-participation in the battle is another side of attachment. Such attachment never leads one to the path of salvation. Any attachment, positive or negative, is cause for bondage. Inaction is sinful. Therefore, fighting as a matter of duty was the only auspicious path of salvation for Arjuna.
It's very, very clear what we are supposed to do, what we are not supposed to do. So many people have so many questions. Is that the right? Can't I do that? Can't I do this? So this is what, see, line by line, we can actually analyze what it is. There are three considerations: prescribed duties, capricious work, and inaction. Not doing the work, doing the right work, and doing the wrong work. The three options are there. So prescribed duties are activities enjoined in the one's acquired modes of mental nature. According to one's acquired nature, one is supposed to do his activity. Capricious work means actions without a sanction of authority. Inaction means not performing one's duties. Okay, is it clear? Is this things clear?
Yes, bro.
Very, very easy to understand this. These three things. Now, Lord advised Arjuna not to be inactive, but perform his prescribed duty without being attached to the result. Do your duty without being attached to result. Whatever it is, result, better that you do your duty. That is a prescribed work. That is the mode of goodness. One who is attached to the result of his work is also the cause of action. This is where the action is performed by the man. Actually, action he cannot perform, right? We have the means to perform action: our mind, our words, or our actions. You know, these three ways we can perform action. Manasa, vacha, karmana, like we say now. So this manasa, vacha, karmana, the actions can be performed, but you are entitled for its results or reactions only when you do it with attachment. When you do work with, oh, I need to get money, then you are entitled to get the reaction of doing the work also. No, this is my duty. I need to take care of my parents. Now, this is my duty to perform this work. I'll just do the duty. So results, I'm not very attached, but I need something for. So this is the way Krishna has given me. So detachedly he performs his duty. But detachedly he performs his duty. Then he is not, as a service to Krishna, he performs his duty. Devotee does all the duties for as service to Krishna. Why am I doing my duty? So that I can render my service to Krishna. Whatever. Now Krishna has put my parents in my care, or I just give something them, and I have to perform my devotion services also. So for that purpose, I need to perform my duty. Without performing my duty, nobody will allow me to perform those activities. Correct? No? Spiritual activity, let us say, Swami Prabhu and Nikhil Prabhu, they sit in their house. I don't work. I simply want to chant. Will they allow? They'll beat you up. So you have to perform your duty. Now you're doing job. Now you can perform your duty. No, if you chant also, they'll say, no, he's doing his responsible job. No problem. In his free time, he's by chanting. They don't mind so much. So even to that, it's there. So I'm doing my prescribed duties for practicing Krishna consciousness very nicely. It's a very nice reason. So it is not for results. Oh, I get so much money. I get so much money. So this, my mind is entangled there in getting money. Then you are entitled for the reaction of the work. So thus he is the enjoyer of sufferer of the results of such activity. Okay, this is clear. So now you see second paragraph and third paragraph, very simple. As far as the prescribed duties are concerned, they can be fitted into three divisions. This is prescribed actions only: routine work, emergency work, and desired activities. So routine work means performed as an obligation in terms of spiritual injunction, without desire for results, is an action in the mode of goodness. Routine work, every day we chant our rounds, every day we take bath, without getting the results, without desire for results. We do our duty. The work with results becomes a cause of bondage. Therefore, such work is not auspicious. Okay, I'm talking to my parents, so they have to agree to what I say. Why they are not agreeing? I'll fight with them. It will not work. It's not auspicious. Everyone has is proprietary right in this regard of prescribed duties, but should act without attachment to the result. Result for Krishna, whatever Krishna gives, I'll accept. Such designated, obligated duties doubtlessly lead one to the path of liberation. But the third one is that the desire for result means then that's not very auspicious. Results will come bad, good. Both are binding us. So inaction in the mode of no, this is not this, not inaction. Three things, no? Emergency work and desired activity. This is kame karma. Desired activity is kame karma. Arjuna was therefore advised by the Lord to fight as a matter of duty without attachment to the result. His non-participation in the battle is another side of attachment. Attachment and aversion are two sides of the same coin. Such attachment never leads on the path of salvation. Any attachment, positive or negative, is the cause of bondage. Inaction is sinful. Therefore, fighting as a matter of duty is the only auspicious path as a salvation path. See, in our lives, we have prescribed duties, performing them without the results, attachment to the results is the only choice we have. Whether we perform that or not perform is a choice what we have. One means free will we have. Understand? Is that clear? Purport is clear?
Yes, bro.
Yes, bro.
Hari. Then we'll go for Vishnu Devata purport. Nikhil, go read this Vishnu Devata purport.
The Lord wanted to speak about the process of jnana, bhakti, and karma yoga to Arjuna, who was his dear friend. Having spoken of jnana and bhakti yoga, the Lord then considered that these two were not suitable for Arjuna. Thus, he now speaks of Nishkama Karma Yoga. You are qualified for works, but those who crave the results are very impure in consciousness. But you have an almost pure heart. I can say this about you since I know you. But in doing actions, a result must come. By doing an action with a desire for certain result,
This is a dialogue.
person.
This is what Krishna said.
Yes,
and Arjuna is saying, but in doing action, result must come. Result will come. No. Where will result? What will they do with the result? Like.
By doing an action with a desire for a certain result, person becomes the cause of that result. But you should not act in that manner. I give you that blessing. And don't become attracted to non-performance of your duty or doing sin, akarmani. Rather, you should hate doing that. I give you that blessing also. However, in the next chapter, Arjuna says, my intelligence is bewildered by these equivocal words. This apparent lack of connection between the previous and later statements should be understood to be intentional, having a purpose. Just as I stand as your charioteer awaiting your order, you also await my order. One should see that Krishna and Arjuna actually had real agreement of mind.
So Arjuna says like this, already Krishna knows that. So just stand, I stand as your chariot and I take your order and you also wait for my order. So that's why, that's what Krishna's heart, it is there. See, now what happened? Now Krishna is talking about Buddhi Yoga, right? Buddhi Yoga means using our intelligence, 39, 40. So there he talks about Buddhi Yoga. And with your Buddhi, you have to perform your duty. Oh, Buddhi, I'm supposed to do the duty. Hey, Buddha, యుద్ధం చేస్తాడా వాళ్ళందరం చంపేస్తాడా బుద్ధుడు ఎవడన్నా ఎమ్మడు మరి నన్ను యుద్ధం చేయమంటాను ఎందుకు అని 3వ చాప్టర్లో అడుగుతాడు అర్జునుడు. Okay, I went into Telugu. So he says that, says in 39 and 40, you are saying that you use your buddhi, intelligence you use. But a person with intelligence will not kill his own family members. Why you are wanting me to perform this ghastly warfare? That's what he asked at the beginning of 3rd chapter. That's how karma yoga comes. Actually, Krishna goes fast. And actually, he wanted him to rightly do the activity with intelligence. So that Arjuna gets a little confused. All of us also may get confused. That's how the karma yoga is given. So Arjuna is not meant for performing this jnana or bhakti yoga. Most of the people. So Nishkama karma yoga, which is mentioning, Nishkama karma yoga is almost like bhakti only. So just a step before bhakti, Nishkama karma yoga, especially Bhagavad Arpita Nishkama karma. Nikhil, song to read.
If jnana is attained by performance of a prescribed duties, then sense control and other practice must also be practiced.
Hare Krishna, bro. Bro, I couldn't hear that, bro. Nishkama Karma Yoga is?
Just below bhakti. It's almost like bhakti. Nishkam Karma Yoga is. Bhagavad Arpita Nishkam Karma Yoga is almost like bhakti.
Like offering fruits to Krishna.
Offering fruits
That
to
is bhakti.
Krishna is also in actually offering fruits to Krishna is bhakti only. The Nishkam Karma Yoga is a step below.
Okay. And what is difference, bro? Like
Different ways.
like between Bhakti Yoga and Nishkama Karma Yoga.
Nishkam Karma Yoga person may give out the fruits. But Bhagavad Arpita Nishkama Karma Yoga is giving fruits to Krishna.
Okay.
One can give up the fruits also, no?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yes, bro.
Yes, Sandra, go ahead.
If jnana is attained by performance of a prescribed duties, then sense control and other practice must also be practiced, since they are included in jnana. But that takes a great effort. Karmani is in the singular number to indicate a class of actions. You, whose dharma is to fight, but who now think that this is not your dharma, because of impure heart, have the privilege for action, such as fighting. But I am the enjoyer of those actions. You do not have jurisdiction over the results, which cause bondage. I am the enjoyer of the results.
I understand this. Krishna, Arjuna is saying, if jnana is attained, performing prescribed duties, sense control and other practices, it's very difficult to do it. That's why Krishna is saying, your dharma is to fight, but don't have the attachment to the result. Just fight for my sake. I'm the enjoyer of the fruits. Clear, no?
Yes. Even if I do not desire the results, those actions are linked with their results.
He's also saying the same thing. But results will come, no? We all say, no? Oh, you are saying that not to get attached to fruits, but results will come, no?
You should not be caused for those results. Action performed with desire are linked to their results, because the scriptures mention that there is a linkage with the results, particularly when there is desire for results. Because of fear that results cause bondage, do not develop fondness, sangha, for avoidance of work. Rather, show repulsion to that. Actions performed without desire will produce within themselves steadiness in jnana, like sprouts coming from grains. Sense control and other items will accompany with that jnana.
Very clear, no? So if our desires are linked with the results, then we get the reactions. Desires are linked with the results. So when you perform your activities, what is the prescription is, don't think that, no, I'll get the result. Okay, I'll work. I'll get the result. I'll work. Don't do that. This is my duty now. I'm supposed to perform. Results, whatever Krishna gives. Let that come. I use them in Krishna service. That's all. Whatever results come. So this is, if we are attached to, of course, we have to choose what is best way I can serve Krishna. If I get a little more money, then I can live a peaceful life. As well as let less work and more money. Everybody look for that balance we need to strike in such a way that I can serve peacefully Krishna. That's what everybody looks for. Okay, now you decided, now this is my duty. I accepted the job. Now you do your prescribed duty. And do your prescribed duty of rounds also. Then not that, okay, I'll chant, I'll get sense control, I'll get that, I'll get this. Then so not with all these fruity results. Okay, my heart is impure. Krishna told that I'm supposed to chant Hare Krishna, then my heart will become purified. Okay, now I'll do it as my duty. Now Krishna has instructed me to chant my rounds. I do it just to perform the duty what is given by Krishna. This is my duty to perform my rounds. Duty to perform my reading every day. Duty to perform here. So everything that is done on the platform duty level rather than the results coming out of from there. Results will anyway come. This is Krishna's mercy. You are understanding the situation? Okay, are there any further questions on this?
So what is a grain example, bro?
Crane.
Grain. I think third line or second line from last.
Grain example. Where?
From second line, bro. Like within the themselves, steadiness in Gnana. Second line from last, bro.
Okay. Actions performed without desired results produce themselves. Yeah. Action performed without desired result, without desire, produce within themselves steadiness and jnana. Okay. Okay. See, when you perform the activity in the mode of goodness, they bring about steadiness in jnana. Steadiness in jnana means our intelligence will be steady. Intelligence will be steady means, okay, one time it will look for sense enjoyment, another side for no, I have to practice. It doesn't pull it like that. It becomes steady. So like sprouts coming from the grains. Naturally, now the grains are put in such a situation, in whatever situation it is they are supposed to put, then the sprouts will come out from there. You put in the wet for some time and put in the kerchief and it's tight, then sprouts will come. The results will come basically. So sense control and other items will accompany the jnana. When you steadiness, when you are performing the duty in terms steadily means your reading is regular, your chanting is very regular, your prescribed work is very regular. In this time to this time I work, I do perform my duty properly. So when you do it that way, as a duty, matter of duty, whatever is prescribed for you, then what will happen? That sprouts will come eventually. Sprouts are good, you can put it and you can grow much more. So sprouts are good, but we don't worry about, okay, sprouts will come. But we are not anxious about it. Our attachment is not there in the sprouts. You understand? So what is sprout? Sprout is steadiness in jnana. So one's senses will not get carried away, and one will be situated in what he hears, what he reads. He properly assimilates and understands. Getting the point? Goodness.
Yes, bro. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Wonderfully for joining. Hope I'm doing. Yesterday I was about to whether should I put in YouTube. No one is looking. I'm the only one viewer. I was telling to our Loknath. Loknath said, "Prabhu, do your duty, huh? That's all. Whether somebody sees or not." Then I did. So today also, I'm doing it as my duty. That's all. Simply uploading. Okay. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Samyad Gaur Bhakti ki jai. Jai Gaur.